Now death is coming to you, this moment you are leaving. If this moment you can leave with a smile on your face, because most people cannot smile in their lifetime. Yes. People come in spring, they're walking outside, it's springtime, but you don't see a smile on their face. Everything in nature is smiling at them, but they are… So, can these people smile at the moment of death? No chance, isn't it? If someone has to smile at the moment of death, definitely he has a little more control, a little more mastery over life situations, isn't it? Somebody dying in an accident may not say anything about the way he has lived. No. I might have lived a wonderful life, but today I am driving and I am doing 100 mph and get one mistake. Just one mistake. It can finish my life, doesn't it? So that's got nothing to do with how I have lived my life. It's just one stupid mistake in driving process can take away life. Now when you're getting burnt in a car or in an office or wherever, sitting quietly, smiling and dying is very difficult. Your body is still fully healthy, it doesn't die easy. Now it's burning, so the burning has to kill you. But now, for somebody else, life is ebbing away for some other reason, either simply old age or whatever. The life energies have lost their vibrance. Now it leaves easily. There's no telling. Between you and your body, there is a certain bondage. If your life energies are right now very vibrant and there, it won't leave the body easily. Slowly, as time passes, as the allotted karma dissipates, then your life energies become dissipated. When they have lost their vibrance, it will slip out of the body so much more easily. So at that time, it is a much better opportunity for a person to die with a smile on his face. Because tearing of you and the body is very easy because it's become ripe. When it's not ripe, if you tear it in an artificial way, forceful way, now smiling and going is difficult, but not impossible. Still possible. Now, suppose I crash my car and I'm dying, everything is broken in the body, and now I think, oh my God, after all this life, I crash my car like this and laugh and die. Possible. I would. If I die like that, you will see. If you crash that car, you will still find me with a smile. Just look at the irony of it. How much mad driving I have done. Today, oh my God, I crashed my car like this. It's like, let's say, a great race champion just taking the car out of the parking lot, he crashed and he's dying. Maybe he will laugh. You know? Oh my God, after all the racing, here I am, pulling the car out of the parking lot and getting dead. Possible, but it needs a certain balance. But generally, when your life is vibrant, to tear it out of your body means there is violence in it, there is pain in it, there is suffering in it. So at that time, smiling becomes difficult. But smiling or not smiling is not the issue. It is just that with how much awareness you are living, that's the issue. Only if you are aware you can smile, isn't it? If you are caught up in a situation, you cannot smile. The people on the street, especially in Europe, smiling not because something has gone wrong with their lives. They are not smiling because they're so badly caught up with whatever their nonsense. When they're so caught up, even if they are living a princely life, still they cannot smile because they're caught up with their life. Not because life is bad, isn't it? Not because they have not eaten, they are not smiling. They are not smiling because they are entangled with their life. Everything may be happening properly, but they are so entangled they cannot smile. So it is the entanglement. You be able to smile at the time of your death or not smile simply shows the level of entanglement with life. I wouldn't die. Better laugh at it and die, isn't it? People who are initiated by me, they must smile and die. They must smile and live. But they must definitely smile and die. You should die smiling.
There was a devotee whose name was Appattu Adigal in Tamil Nadu. Because he did not know Shiva directly, he started worshipping a Shiva's devotee. Tirunavakarsar was a great devotee of Shiva. So, Appattu Adigal, who was a rich man, started worshipping Tirunavakarsar as an embodiment of Shiva here. So he did much charity. Everything he named after Tirunavakarsar. He built a village tank, Tirunavakarsar tank. He built a cow shed for the stray cows, Tirunavakarsar cow shed. He built a temple, Tirunavakarsar temple. He had 4 sons. He named them Tirunavakarsar 1, Tirunavakarsar 2, Tirunavakarsar 3, Tirunavakarsar 4. This is a devotee. They are not reasonable people. So one day, one man came who looked like a Shiva Bhakta with ash on his forehead. He came and asked someone in the town, why is this tank named as Tirunavakarsar tank? They said, Appattu Adigal is a great devotee of Tirunavakarsar, so he calls everything Tirunavakarsar. All his 4 children are Tirunavakarsars. His house is named after Tirunavakarsar. Everything is Tirunavakarsar. So this man said, can I meet him? Where does he live? They told him where he is. He went to Appattu Adigal's house. Appattu Adigal in the morning, after the cooking is done in the house, he's always waiting outside on the street. Anybody who comes, please can you come and eat in my house? Anybody who passes this way, can you come and eat in my house? That's his joy. So he was waiting outside. This man came, a Shiva Bhakta. He thought it's a great benediction today that a Shiva Bhakta has come on the road. He welcomed him and took him inside. And he brought all his 4 sons, introduced them. Tirunavakarsar 1, Tirunavakarsar 2, Tirunavakarsar 3, Tirunavakarsar 4. His wife took his blessings and they wanted to serve him. He told the eldest boy to go into the garden and cut a plantain leaf and come to eat upon as you're eating here. The boy went out to cut a plantain leaf and when he opened up the tender leaf which is still rolled, when a guest comes of some significance, they don't serve in a leaf which is opened up. They want to take that leaf which is still rolled. So he wanted to cut that one. When he cut that one, a cobra came out of it and bit him in the neck. The boy came running home and in the garden he fell. And when his mother came, he said, a snake has bitten me. And he started frothing in the mouth and collapsed. His wife, totally distraught, called her husband. Upper Todigal came and saw, and now if this news spreads, the Shiva Bhakta will not eat in their house, the whole hospitality will be gone. So he just took a mat, covered the boy, kept him in the garden. He told his wife, "You should not show any sign of your grief. We must serve him first. After he leaves, we will handle our matters the way we have to handle it." The wife also agreed. They went and they prepared everything and they wanted to serve him. He wanted the whole family to come and have the meal with him. Then he asked, "Where is your eldest boy?" Upper Todigal said, "No, he's gone out, let's have the meal." He said, "No, where is the boy? It looks like you're hiding something." Upper Todigal said, "Nothing to hide, let us eat." "And why have you called all these 4 boys Tirunavakarsar?" that man asked. Then immediately Upper Todigal got angry. "How dare you ask such a question? Do you know who Tirunavakarsar is? He's embodiment of Shiva here. You cannot talk like this." Then that man said, "I am Tirunavakarsar." Then they fell at his feet and then Tirunavakarsar asked, "What happened to your son?" Then the man said, "He was bitten by a snake, but I did not want to disturb the hospitality. We wanted you to eat properly and leave." That is before they know he is Tirunavakarsar, just some devotee on the road. Then Tirunavakarsar said, "Don't you do such a thing, bring the boy here." And using certain siddhi, he relieved the boy of the poison and brought him back to life, blessed them and went. These are different kind of people They are completely different kind of people. They don't belong to this world, they just have one foot in this world. Their ways and their ways of living, the power with which they existed is completely otherworldly.
The most intimate of the physicality in the existence is your body. And this body is just a piece of earth. So you're just a small outcrop of this earth. Right now you're an outcrop who prances around. After some time, you will become a small mound.
You may believe many fancy things about yourself, but that's not the reality.
Somehow, this fundamental thing that we are just a small outcrop of the soil on which you're sitting right now is forgotten, generally till we are buried.
If you want to live sensibly, you should have contact with the earth that you live on. Today, because we have lost this contact in certain ways, it gets disorganized. This disorganization can lead to disease and weakness and ultimately destabilization of the system itself.
कहे कुमार को तू क्या रूंधे मोही, एक दिन ऐसा होएगा मैं दूंगी तो ही। आए हैं सो जाएंगे राजा रंग फकीर, आए हैं सो जाएंगे राजा रंग फकीर। माटी कहे कुम्हार को तू क्या रूंधे मोही, एक दिन ऐसा होएगा मैं दूंगी तो ही।
I must tell you this experience. We had a yogic hospital in our yoga center in India. We called it Yogic Hospital. We did not want it to grow too much because we don't want to turn into a hospital full-time. We are a spiritual center so we're keeping it low-key. Once when I came here, I spoke and a few doctors, American doctors who were interested, they traveled to India. They came and stayed there for 3 days and after 3 days, one of the volunteers came and told me all the medical doctors are up in arms, they want to leave. I said, "What happened?" They said it's best that you meet them, they're just off. Then I said, okay, and I went to meet them. Then I said, what's the problem? They said, you said there is a hospital. Where is a hospital? There is no hospital here. I said, right now there are about 60 and odd patients. I said, where is it? Their idea of a hospital is that there must be beds, you must treat sick well, and everybody should be… If you treat them so well, they will not want to become healthy. Where are the patients? I said, they're all in the garden, I put them to work. We give them the treatment and therapies and medication, but rest of the time I put them to work. Whatever they can do, they must do. Above all, they must sit and work barefoot and bare hands with the soil. Just being in touch with the planet, because you're just a drop of this planet, you're forgetting that. What you call as my body is just a piece of the planet, isn't it? If you lose connection with the source, will you not get disorganized?
Fitness and well-being does not mean walking on a treadmill, having bulging muscles like that. No. To strengthen the integrity of elements in our system is very important. So is there some way to do it? Yes, there are specific methods with which we can do. One simple way right now is work with the earth and water and plants and stay outdoors. That itself will do something. So fundamentally, if there is a certain assurance of nourishment happening to the body in terms of food, and there's clean air to breathe, and being in touch with the earth can complete the health process altogether. So if you can't be in tune with that, if you're very affluent and fashionable, you can have a mud bath. That's another way.
So today you take vacations, go to the spas, have mud bath, in a very expensive atmosphere. But every day if you stick your hands into the earth, or at least for a few minutes a day, you would see the body would be in a much better condition, because whenever it's in contact with the earth, the body reorganizes itself.
The more you're in touch with it, it's better. All of you can't turn into farmers now, and maybe you're living on the 12th floor and you can't be a gardener either. So at least being in touch with the earth, palms and soles are very sensitive to this. If your hands and your bare feet are in contact with the earth, it'll make a difference. Or at least you do your… I don't recommend this, but if you are doing your afternoon siesta, do it under a tree with your spine in contact with the earth, things will happen very well. Or to be in a natural pool of water which is in the earth, like a lake or a river or an ocean, will do tremendous things to the system. You know the grounding, you know, the electricity groundings we do. Is it called grounding here? What do you call that? Earthing. It's called earthing or grounding, you know, it's called earthing actually. So, when you earth the electrical connections, one thing is to keep it wet, because if it is wet, it gets conducted better. So, this is why in all the Indian temples, why do you think people are making their bodies wet and lying down on the floor in prostration? Is just this, not just earthing, that special earth, which is energized earth around. So, you want the entire body to be in touch with the thing. So, men go bare-bodied, at least their upper body is bare. Women go with wet clothes so that contact is there. This contact with nature, whether it's earth or air or water, is most important. If that is not there, the body will slowly lose its integrity, it'll lose its stability, it loses many abilities that it is capable of. It may still survive, it may not die tomorrow morning,
but it loses its variety of capabilities that it has come with. The many possibilities, the array of possibilities that human system carries is lost as you lose contact with the natural element. Especially before you go for dinner or for lunch, especially before that, at least for half an hour, walk without footwear, not on this granite, either in the grass or in the mud outside. You will see body being in touch with the earth. When you eat the food that you eat, the way it integrates it is very different. Digestion will anyway happen, but how much you can integrate into the system depends on how much you're in tune with the earth. So, even half an hour, if you walk without shoes or footwear, and the body remains in touch with the earth, you will see the elements will function with little more integrity than the way it is right now.
Walking and playing barefoot is really coming into vogue. The yogic systems have always recommended this, and now science is getting there too. Especially for children, not only does this give them better balance, it also helps develop their cerebral capabilities. The nerves of the feet are sensitive, and as they come in contact with the ground, the child develops a better understanding of their environment and also experiences better awareness of the body. Walking barefoot has been linked to better agility, stronger leg muscles, and lower risk of injury.
Being in touch with the earth has many other aspects to it.
In the ashram, I always told people, no matter what work you're doing, at least for 1 hour a day, you must stick your fingers into the earth. You do something with the garden somewhere, your hands should get muddy. This will build a natural physical memory in you, a bodily memory in you that you are mortal. Every day, if you're sticking your hands into the earth, you will constantly… your body will know that it's not permanent, because the body has a memory of its own. Its body's memory far more significant than the mental memory. Right now, the memory that your body carries is ruling you far more than the memories of your mind.
Physiologically, on the cellular level, on the elemental level, you're constantly being reminded that you are mortal if you are close to the earth. See, the reminder of your mortality is the most key element in your spiritual process. Why would you long to know something beyond the body? Only because you know it will end one day, isn't it? Suppose this body was immortal, who the hell is going to sit and meditate? Who the hell wants to know anything beyond this, if this was immortal by itself, isn't it? Because somewhere, even if you're not consciously aware, somewhere deep down, you know your expiry date is on. The expiry date is on, you're trying to stretch it a bit, but you know you have an expiry date. It is because of that the longing to know, isn't it? So the fundamentals of spiritual process is your mortality. If you are reminded of your mortality, naturally you will want to know. There are various practices in India as to how to connect to the earth experientially, many practices. Just sitting down, cross-legged on the floor, the body in some way experientially is reminded. There is a reminder for the body that this is just this. The moment it is in touch with the earth, it knows it is this. Those of you who have very unstable bodies, that is, you tend to fall sick very easily and, constantly those kind of things. If you just get off your cot and sleep on the floor, you will see it'll make a big difference. Just that much. Just maybe 18 inches away you are, just get 18 inches closer. You will see it'll make a big difference in terms of reorganizing the system.
I would say, 80% of your health depends on this, how much you're in tune with the earth. 80%. 80% of your chronic ailments can just vanish simply because you kind of found a little rapport with the earth on which you're walking or sitting right now. One simple practice that all of you can start is the Bhuta Shuddhi if you have the time and the necessary focus to do it.
Bhuta Shuddhi means, Bhuta means Panchabhutas or the 5 elements. Shuddhi means to cleanse that. Whether it is the physical body or the larger body of the creation itself, essentially is made of 5 elements of earth, water, fire, air, space. What you call as myself is just a mischief of these 5 elements. If you know how to organize these 5 elements properly, if you know how to keep these 5 elements within yourself, then there is nothing more to life in terms of health, well-being, perception, knowing, everything, enlightenment. Everything is handled if only you know how to keep these 5 elements properly.
This elemental play happens in a different way when it's in touch with the earth.
Each time I hear this, particularly when I'm in the United States, I still can't come to terms with it. People calling earth as dirt. Maybe it's just another word, but in our mind, dirt means… What is dirt? Huh? Trash, isn't it? Dirt is trash, isn't it? Yes or no? Even in America, dirt is trash? No? Something that you don't want. Yes, it's trash, that's what is trash, something that you don't want. But soil, here we call it Thai Mother Earth.
Why is it we are not reverential to all those things which make our life, sustain our life moment to moment? You just treat them differently. Suddenly they behave differently within you. If you did not drink water for 3 days, even if God comes, you'll only ask for water. If you hold your nose for 3 minutes, you don't want God, you want a breath, fresh air, isn't it? One simple thing that everybody can do is, the air that they breathe, the water that they drink, the food that they eat, and the earth that they walk upon, and the space which holds us. 5 times a day, let's say. If you are too preoccupied, at least 3 times a day, consciously, just bring a certain sense of reverence.
This is a very common thing, you're being told, Matru Prema, Pitru Prema, this one, that one. Prithvi Prema, that is love for the planet on which you're walking, because that's not different from you.
Thank you for devoting your time to us. Together, we can make a positive impact by sharing our insights and experiences with the world.